Hey everybody, we're back with the Tuesday night stream. We're doing more Alundra. We're returning to the desert dungeon, continuing onwards. I decided, I had a thought, Bane. Rather than throwing out 80s music, or really any music, because the stream playlist that I've set up isn't just 80s rock. What about music from the game that I'm playing? I thought that might be a neat idea. In case you're wondering, the track that was playing was from Lars's Crypt. It's called Rars Underground, I think. Alright, let's continue this. See where we go. Worms. These are worse than the land molars in Link to the Past. I'm actually considering grabbing a webcam when I get paid, because I intend to be doing retro stuff for a while. We can move the screen to the side, so I have a face cam on, move the screen to the side so I'm not obstructing the screen. And see how that goes. That could be interesting. But that'll have to wait till at least next week. Alright, what's the purpose here? I'll tell you what, next time, because chances are we're not going to finish Alundra this time either. Next time I'll stream the opening, I'll put the opening theme of Alundra on instead, which has a pretty sweet guitar riff. How's that sound? Alright, come on. I also want to give a... Awesome. I want to give a shout out to Professor Snape 1981, who did join us in the previous stream on Sunday. And followed yesterday while I wasn't streaming. I got a notification about that yesterday, so I appreciate the follow, Professor Snape. Thank you. If you rejoin us tonight. Okay, so what did I actually accomplish there? So we're at the point now where my memory starts getting kind of sketchy on Alundra. We gotta hurt. Alright, let's keep moving. Check the other side. So this door is also open. Ah! They came out of nowhere. Flail will be a good idea. Really? World of One Place didn't have a level stop to play through already? I'm actually kind of surprised. Well, Really intending to do more with the streams. I say I've not been entirely happy with streaming streaming a few games per stream or anything, or starting games and not really going anywhere with them. Something good, it's a herb, I'll take it. I want to do more actual games. Alundra's like the first step to that. After Alundra, maybe do... After Alundra, maybe do something I've not done before, or something else that I've not done in a long time. Landstalker is a game I want to get to at some point. I say, I'm pretty sure it's on the Mega Drive collection I have on Xbox One, which isn't the best. Okay. It's not the best Mega Drive collection. It is missing a few games I would consider really necessary for the Mega Drive. It's Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The fact that Sega's still putting out collections that don't have Sonic 3 and Knuckles is weird. I think the sword is actually... I think the flail is actually weaker than the sword. Yeah. But it's got more games on it than the PS3 360 collection had, the Ultimate Mega Drive collection. Which, if you've ever seen the American version, that it's Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection for some reason. One of the problems I have with Sega, they ignore so many of the series for Sonic. Damn it. I don't want to have to use that resurrection vial. Alright. But yeah, it's got more games on it. It doesn't have any Master System or arcade games, it's entirely Mega Drive. Whereas the Ultimate Mega Drive collection on PS3 360 had. You could unlock the original Phantasy Star to play, so you had like all 4 Phantasy Star games there. There's the arcade versions of Altered Beast and I think Afterburner, maybe? I don't know. Oh no, I need to jump in the box. But it's worth comparing, because it's got some pretty decent stuff. I still don't get what Sega's obsession with putting Sonic Spinball on everything is. And of course it's got all 3 Echo the Dolphin games, which are like... Well, if I'm going to play Landstalker, that'll be where I play it. I'm not sure Landstalker's on the Ultimate Mega Drive collection. Bam. Bam. One more. No, there's 2 more. 3 more? They just respawn. Alright, let's leave this. These guys do a lot of damage. Just like Zelda, throwing things usually does better. Well, you see, I don't think Sonic Spinball's necessarily in a terrible game. It's a decent enough pinball game. My problem is, there's better Mega Drive games they could be putting on these collections with limited numbers. Like, there's only so many games you can put on there, and they're wasting slots with Sonic Spinball. They're also wasting slots with, you know, like 3 Echo the Dolphin games, but, you know, that's a separate problem. So I was actually trying out the... Nice. I was actually trying out the low latency mode on Twitch, but before we even started the stream properly in the pre-stream, we were actually getting dropped frames already, so I have switched it back to the regular normal latency, and we are back to normal, no more drop frames. Well, that's really the big problem. Echo the Dolphin is really boring. It's a neat idea, but it's really boring to play. That said, I do want to spend some time with Defender of the Future, the Dreamcast one. Pretty much entirely because it's 3D, and you don't get that many 3D underwater games. So it's like the original Echo the Dolphin, I guess. The concept is fascinating. Whether the gameplay is any good, that remains to be seen. Awesome. Is the sound coming through okay? I'm trying out a new position with the mic. Not making that. Alright, that's good. Thanks, man. Alright, that's doable. That's just not going to do it. Alright, where are we now? Oh god, bees! Yeah, I'm trying out a new position with the mic. I'm hoping it works out well. It's kind of out of the way, which is really nice. It means no more bumping against the mic, because I'd have to really get out of my way for it. It's a little further than it was, so I've turned the sensitivity up a little bit. If I do end up getting a webcam, it's also out of the way of where I'd probably end up putting a webcam. Determination is as one with the 4 of us, the path shall be swiftly open to you. May the gods make your path straight and your load light. Well, I have an objective. Yeah. But yeah, nice. With the desire to continue onwards, this has got to be one path completely done then. With the desire to continue onwards with streams, and actually focusing on playing games all the way through, that does mean I'm open to requests if you have any ideas for interesting stuff. It's not guaranteed I'm going to play everything all the way through, but I intend to make a solid effort to start playing stuff all the way through. And there's a door to the north. Okay, so this one has a trick. There it is. Using the perspective to mess with me. There we go. So yeah, for the minute, I'm not sure what will be coming up after Alundra. I have ideas, but nothing set in stone. I mean, maybe I'll actually go through all of Metroid Prime. I've been in a Metroid mood lately. I've started Fusion again for myself. It's kind of an on and off thing, and that's probably going to take me, like, I don't know, I might end up finishing that while I'm at work tomorrow, because I can run through Fusion in under 2 hours. Maybe go back and continue Skies of Arcadia or Persona 3. Maybe do Persona 5. I have a New Game Plus save there that I've been kind of interested in doing something with. Okay, I got whatever was in there. It was a thing. It was a herb. There's a trick here. I didn't go up here, that's it. I opened the door and then went back. There. Shantae would be interesting. I have all the games. I'm looking forward to Shantae 5. I need to actually finish the first one. And then Risky's Revenge, I have the director's cut. I have the original version of it on my 3DS. It was a DSiWare game. If you remember those. And I have Pirate's Curse and Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition on Switch. I'm looking forward to Shantae 5. Skies of Arcadia is a game I should continue. It's a fantastic game. Where were we actually? We just got into Valua. That's where we were. Yeah. And Persona 3, we were pre. Ah, damn it. In Persona 3, we hadn't got up to the first full moon yet. Yeah. The Skies of Arcadia will be very interesting. It's a lot longer than you really expect it to be. And I do quite like that. If we get 400... Gilda, we can get that life vessel from the shop on the Cliffs of Madness. Damn, I was hoping I wouldn't be able to get them. I should have gotten both. Nice. But yeah, Skies of Arcadia is a fantastic RPG. I recommend looking into picking up for yourself, Bane, for your collection. Although, I wouldn't expect any miracles. Skies of Arcadia is an expensive game these days. Also considering some Dreamcast stuff, like maybe I'll go through Sonic Adventure, I don't know. Like really, I just want to move forward with a focus on enjoying myself and playing stuff that I've not really played before. And I can do both of those at the same time, but I can also do games that I've played before that I want to just replay. Like Skies Arcadia, like it. So we'll see how it goes. Skies of Arcadia would be... Skies of Arcadia would be fun. I do like it. Okay, now, what was the point of this? Was this just a chest? Which would make this area entirely optional. Button, which means the most likely location for the final statue is up here. Because there is this, and I don't know what the point of this is. In general, I just want to focus on actually completing games. Like, I actually started a new game for myself, like off-stream. I'm playing Astral Chain, which I've been quite enjoying. It's the new Platinum Games game. Honestly, if I'm gonna do Legacy of Kain seriously, I kind of want to do them in order. Like, actually get the story going. In Blood Omen, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go through that game all the way again. I could go through Soul Reaver properly, actually devote an entire stream to actually getting further than Zephyr. Continue beyond that to Rahab Duma. Turel isn't in the first one. It's like, as far as the series goes, like I said, I'm not entirely sure I'll ever go through... Is there another door here? There was this door. It just leads here. Right. I'm not entirely sure I'll ever go through Blood Omen again, but the rest of them I could go through again. And the only one that has me concerned in any way is Soul Reaver. The rest of them I can guarantee I can do no problem. There's some bits like in Soul Reaver when we did that on Dreamcast where I could not figure out what the hell I was supposed to be doing in the cathedral. But like, Soul Reaver 2 is way more straightforward. Blood Omen 2 is a game I've been through more. And Defiance is also more straightforward. Alright. So these should still be open. There isn't one outside. I don't know what that statue's about. What if I go the other way? But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. God damn it. No! God. There was some sort of height problem going on there, and it happened several times. Is the mic gonna pick this up? Is the mic picking the fan up? I'm actually kind of warm right now. I'm not entirely sure the mic is out of the way of the fan. You can't hear it? Excellent. Only got it set to its lowest setting. But yeah, there was some kind of height problem going on there that was really preventing me from hitting them when I should have been able to hit them. Yeah, like I said, I just want to focus on actually working my way through games, because actually starting them and then not going anywhere with them it's feeling really unsatisfying more than anything else. Like I say, there's a second door here. I've been going through a game for myself, actually, a new game that I've not played before. It's Astral Chain, which is the newest Platinum Games game, which I've been quite enjoying, actually. I was playing it before stream, and it's one of those cases where it's like, if only I didn't have streams today, because I'm actually really into this right now. But I didn't want to ditch stream for anything like that. That's fine, Granny. We rarely ever swear on this stream. I don't think the alternation was necessarily a bad idea. Although I get the feeling at the minute that if I stop with this, I may not end up coming back, which is part of the problem I have with myself. That is a hole, I remember that. Oh, that's cool. I need to get the positioning on this right. Yeah, I've beaten this game before. It's been a while, honestly. This should be the last statue. Yeah, it's been a while since I've beaten Alundra, but I have done this before. It's really just one of those games that I wanted to replay. Oh, that height issue again. Stop doing that. It's coming for me. Bombs can hurt me. It makes good use of its perspective, although it can end up causing some issues, particularly with the platforming. The perspective combined with the platforming can be problematic, but for the most part I think that's going to be later on. 30 hours in. Wow, I didn't realise. Oh wow, you're right, this game probably is that long. I'm thinking about all the stuff I've got left to do, like Rude, the water dungeon. I've got so much left to go. Eventually get to the Merg village. Yeah, I'd forgotten how long this game is. Where is this last statue? There's the last statue. Yeah. Come on. I look forward to when I get the sword. Dagger, you really start to notice very quickly the dagger doesn't really have much power to it. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a really neat alternative to Zelda, especially with its story. I think the story is really good. Yeah, not to mention it gets harder as we go. Oh no, it does get hard. Not to mention the bosses and enemies getting harder. In particular, like boss-wise, I don't generally have much trouble with bosses until the boss of the water dungeon, which I forget how long that's going to be before we get to that. It's not going to be enough room. Slow and steady. That was good. Ah, not the bees. Taller mountain. With the dragon. Isn't Taller Mountain where you fight the dragon that you see in the opening cutscene? Alright, this will be good for something. I need to figure out where I can get to first. No, I got this. I know where I'm going. Yeah, the fire dragon. Yeah. Okay. Fire. Nice. Alright, what's the... Wait a minute, I remember this. Alright, there's the pattern here. Of course. Yeah, okay, let's reset this. Really? I appreciate that. Wild Arms is... If you've never played Wild Arms is worth a look. It's fascinating. Oh, you follow it? I did not see that. Let me switch to the other tab. Awesome, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, Granny and me. Thanks for catching that as well, Bane. I did not see that pop up. Wild Arms is a... There we go. Wild Arms is a fascinating little JRPG with a really interesting set of puzzle mechanics that revolves around tools that each character has. Each character has a different set of tools they can use on the overworld. Jack has the rat in particular. The main character, whose name I cannot remember. The main character... What is the main character? This is gonna kill me. I can feel it. Okay, it's one. I feel like this is getting me nowhere. What does the main character have as his tool? I'm sure it's more than just his gun. I cannot think. Favourite RPG series besides 6? Does that mean you actually do like Dragon Quarter then, Bane? Come on. What's the pattern for this? There's got to be a pattern here. Let me see if I can figure this. Yeah, 4 was the first Breath of Fire I played. I had it as a kid, but I never finished it. 2. I can't decide if this is random or if there's actually a pattern. Get inside of these fireworks. Really? I'm out of herbs as well. This is going absolutely nowhere. I have an idea. If I can get a barrel. This is really irritating. Nope, not allowed that barrel. Finally, 1. That'll do. Oh. There's a fun thing I found out about Dragon Quarter recently, and it's that the European version was made harder. Okay, grab that, put that there, grab it from here. Yeah, the European version was made harder. In the US and Japanese version, you have the ability to restart the game anytime, and it's important. It's an important mechanic. The European version doesn't let you do that. In the European version, you can't restart the game at any time. Oh well, let's just go back downstairs. Or upstairs, let's do something, I guess. Done this wrong. But yeah, there was some kind of change that was made to the European version that makes it harder. Key. Yeah. Let me take a drink. I've had this brew here for like an hour and I've not touched it. I'm not even looking at the chest. Give me some help. But yeah, like I said, I only found out about that change recently. I'd never heard of it anywhere else. So I think when I finally get around to doing Dragon Quarter properly for myself, I'm going to look into the cost of an American copy. See how much that'll cost me, and if it's not too much, I'll see about picking an American copy up. Now, what's the fastest way back? This way? I think it'll be down, actually. Go away. Get out of here. Bam, bam, bam. I was sure there was a way down here. We got a shortcut at least. Hit up the save point and talk to Skelly Boy. Yeah. Honestly, Bane, I think as far as that goes, we all have our ideal games we'd like to start on in a series. It's like, as a Zelda fan, I started with Link to the Past. I think that was a good starting choice. As a Final Fantasy fan, I started with 7. I think that was a good choice. I have a friend who started with 9, which is a good choice. Some people might argue 8 isn't a good place to start, and to be fair, if somebody asked me where to start, I wouldn't say 8. But I think the point is that when you start an RPG series, when you start any series, it's really more about taking what you can get, but not letting one game put you off. For example, my first Suikoden game was Suikoden Tearcrease, which, if you ask any hardcore Suikoden fan, they'll tell you it's like the worst version, the worst game in the series, because it's very different to the other games. But Suikoden Tearcrease is... I thought I already proved my worth. I activated 4 statues. Tearcrease is the first Suikoden game I sat down and stuck with, because I had the first Suikoden game as a kid, and it never interested me. But having played Tearcrease, I really enjoyed Tearcrease, and I eventually went back and picked up the original Suikoden to play again. Thank you for finally putting that on the PSN, Konami, so we could actually play it. And I really enjoyed it. And now I have every Suikoden game. I think, really, God, what was the point I'm trying to make? There are certain places that might be better to start with to get an example of a series. Darn. But I think we really just need to take what we can get. And be willing to go at any of these ideas with an open mind. Oh, I wouldn't recommend Final Fantasy IV DS to anybody who... the only kind of person I'd recommend Final Fantasy IV DS to is the kind of person who is hardcore into Final Fantasy IV. Actually, let me see if I can throw this at someone. One of these worms. Ah! 13. 13's a game I want to replay. I want to give that game a second chance. But I'm not expecting miracles, honestly. And I think a lot of the problem is... I think a lot of the problem with 13 comes down to its story and characters. Because the gameplay is... The gameplay takes too long to get going. With how long it takes to actually get to the paradigm shift system, which, to its credit, is once it gets going, is a fairly interesting battle system. But you don't really gain access to that until I think Chapter 3, which is not great. Story isn't presented very well. The characters come across as, for the most part, obnoxious and fairly unlikable. And it doesn't help that it hides a lot of its world ideas in the data log. You want to figure out... We're doing this again. You want to get any kind of background detail on anything, it's not explained to you, it's not shown to you, it's explained to you through the data log, which is honestly very poor world building. And I did sit down and I did read all of the data log entries every time they came up, and it didn't really leave me with any interest in the world. I had this fine earlier. 2, I don't think Final Fantasy 2 is a good game to begin with. So it's not that I would recommend it to somebody as their first Final Fantasy, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody as a Final Fantasy to play. Why am I having so much trouble with this now? And yeah, like I say, 4DS, I'd only recommend 4DS to people who really love 4. Hey Professor Snape, how you doing, bud? I wanted to thank you for the follow. You gave me a follow yesterday while I wasn't online. I wanted to thank you for it. But of course I wasn't online at the time, so I couldn't thank you at the time. Okay, I already activated this. So that's 4. I've activated 4. Is there a 5th? I feel like I'm gonna be in here till I die. Okay, we've got that one. So that's 3 that we can confirm. where was the fourth that I did? Why aren't you opening for me? But no, as far as Final Fantasy goes, like I'd only recommend 4DS to somebody who's really into 4, but I'm not really I don't really think much of 4 to begin with, so I wouldn't really recommend 4 anyway. No. There was just a chest this way that I've already opened. Right, Skelly dude, open the door for me. Curious, you say? Okay, and what if I say no then? You're not helping me here, Skelly dude. Then up top. Let me save the game while I've got the 4th statue done. Where was the 4th one that I did? I love that teleport noise. I should see about getting that as a message tone. Message tone at the minute is like the opening bars of the Persona 4 theme. The Persona 4 opening. This way led to the others. The heck? Get some latency here. Yeah, you said that when I streamed Rayman that one time, Bane. I guarantee you, Professor Snape, at some point I'll be streaming another game you like. Mostly just because I'll be streaming all sorts. I stream all sorts. My suggestion then, Bane, would be, you know what, I could probably set that up for you. What do I would record the footage, encode it as an MP3, record the footage, cut it down, encode it as an MP3 and just send it to you. That's just how I do it. I don't know if you have any kind of capture software though. You know what, actually? Easiest way for you to do it would be to download a YouTube video. I didn't want to do that. I knew I didn't want to do that as soon as I threw it. Download a YouTube video of somebody playing Rayman. Edit around that point and encode it as an MP3. Shouldn't necessarily be too difficult, actually, because I'm pretty sure all of the sound stops when you get to the signpost. Can I get across there? The 4. Sandworms. Rayman's a really solid series. I think Ubisoft... It's a shame that Ubisoft has done such stupid things with it. Like, particularly the last 2 games. Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends are both fantastic. And Ubisoft did some stupid things with them. Now, Rayman Origins... I've said this before at some point. Rayman Origins launched the same day as Skyrim, which is a stupid idea. Everybody knew Skyrim was going to be the big hit. Meanwhile... Oh, I could have just skipped that whole thing, great. Meanwhile, Rayman Legends was originally supposed to be a Wii U exclusive. Ubisoft decided it was going to launch on other systems as well, which, yeah, fair enough, the Wii U wasn't selling great anyway. It's fair enough that you'd want to make it a multi-platform launch instead. They delayed the Wii U version by 6 months so that it could launch alongside all other versions. And the date they picked to launch Rayman Legends was the same day Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. And you can't look me in the eye and tell me that anybody was gonna really pick Rayman over Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, I would, but you know, I'm a weirdo. I've still not played Grand... Oh, jeez, I forgot about that. Still not played Grand Theft Auto 5. I picked it up a while back. It finally dropped to a price I was willing to pay for it on Xbox. And I've still not played it. Okay, we got that. Why does this keep happening to me? I have become angry. Platinum Rayman Legends. I haven't done that, but I've bought it on like 5 systems. Excuse me. So what did I do? I bought Rayman Legends on PS3, I got it on Vita, I got it on PS4, and earlier this year I bought it on Switch because I'm a genius and I will buy things on multiple platforms. We're getting nowhere with this. You know what, just kill me, kill me. Do it again. Alright, let's get back to the save point. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. One thing I'll definitely say about the Switch version over the Vita version is that as much as I love the Vita, every now and then a problem pops up, and for the Vita version of Rayman Legends, it's that they've put touchscreen controls in it. The same touchscreen controls that were in the Wii U version. Oh, that's interesting. What's up there? So that's kind of irritating. I don't think touch controls were implemented well in any Vita game. Except Tearaway. Tearaway was good. I like Tearaway. But then at the end of the day, Tearaway was a game built around gimmicks of the Vita hardware. Rayman Legends just used touchscreen every now and then for the Murphy stuff. I always hate when they do stuff like that. Is this where the 4th one was? Yeah, it is. Didn't want that. I don't really go for platinums that often myself. Mostly because, like, most of the time I feel like a game stops being fun on the road to 100%. And it's just the way I feel. I don't really judge anybody else for having a different thought. That said, there are some games I've gone out of my way from platinum. I went out of my way for platinum on Final Fantasy VII. I wouldn't say I got the platinum on Spider-Man on PS4, but I wouldn't say I went out of my way for it. That's my point, really. I kind of 9 times out of 10 I stop enjoying a game on the way to platinum. Final Fantasy VII, I went out of the way for the platinum, mostly because there was one trophy, really, that was really irritating, and that was the date with Barrett, because it required me to start the game again and play the game in a specific way. Alright, is that the last statue? Because I did that before. But Spider-Man I was really enjoying, and I played that to platinum. The Walking Dead game I got platinum. There we go. Honestly, first name. God, what's the furthest I got on Final Fantasy IX on PS4? I think I got out the Evil Forest on Final Fantasy IX on PS4. I don't like the way it controls. I don't like that they got rid of the analog control, because it plays so well on PS1, and they removed it for the PS4 version. And it's the same thing on Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, because it's based on the PC version. It doesn't have the smooth analog control. It's 8-way directions. It's 8 directions mapped to the analog stick. And they don't even have analog sensitivity, which they put in the PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII, and that didn't originally have that. Well, yeah, that's because I told you about my problems with the FF8 remaster. I got Final Fantasy IX on PS4 and I was sorely disappointed with it. In all honesty, I'm kind of disappointed with the Final Fantasy VIII remaster. If I'd picked it up on PS4 rather than Switch, I probably would go through and platinum that, though. Yeah, more than anything, I feel like the ports, particularly the ports of Final Fantasy IX, and partially the port of Final Fantasy VIII, which they called a remaster, are pretty lazy. I mean, yeah, they've completely redone the models in Final Fantasy VIII remaster. It feels like that's all they've done. And that's just to justify calling it a remaster. The FMVs they've not really done anything with those. The actual overworld textures are way more blatantly obvious. You can see every individual tile now. I've not gone to Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. I'm still a while. Oh, I remember this one. 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've not done Dream Drop Distance yet. That's probably another game. That's probably another series to put on the list of games to stream. Yeah, I should get around to doing Kingdom Hearts for the stream at some point. I have them on PS4 now. I got the PS4 collections. I actually got the oh, what's the collection called? The all-in-one collection for PS4. There's 1.5 plus 2.5, there's 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3. I got that and gave my physicals to my sister. And I don't think she started them. The Great Sun's gaze is held fast by his shimmering reflection on the water. Turning away with regret, he casts a glance upward at the starry sky where Brother Moon resides. Sun's gaze is held fast by his reflection on the water. Alright, I've got this. Well, I did say, when we were discussing possible Disney worlds, I did say they should have had some of the Disney TV shows. I think they tipped their hand very early with Kingdom Hearts 3 in its marketing. They showed a lot off. In its marketing. 1. I think Recess would have been a good idea to replace Winnie the Pooh as like the minigame world. I think there should have been some kind of Kim Possible representation. These aren't even on there, are they? You're the sun. And Great Sun's gaze held fast by his reflection on the shimmering water. Turning away with regret, he cast a glance up at the starry sky where Brother Moon resides. That should be right. I'm missing something. There's something I'm not getting about this. Maybe it'll do something more with the Remind DLC, but if the Remind DLC ends up being the saving grace of Kingdom Hearts 3, that in itself is a letdown. No. got to be a key point here that I'm not getting. Am I putting these in the wrong location or something? Alright, that should be good. Now, what am I doing here? There should be water, sun. The fact there's no confirm or deny like noise is really bothering me. I forgot I got the leather armor. It's definitely a good thing I did with how much damage I'm taking in this place. Alright, I'm missing something. What is it? Shimmer and reflection on the water. Turning away, he cast a glance upward at the starry sky where Brother Moon resides. Okay, that's just right, okay. I have absolutely no healing items for this boss. Let me just take a drink. Wait, no, I have the strength elixir. This ain't gonna go well. I feel it. News are engraved into the wall. Okay. 2, 3, 4. And one more. Oh, that's not fair. this one. Swen. 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. Two, three, four. I don't like those boulders. Alright, here we go. So if I remember rightly, for the most part this is the same as the boss in the crypt. Except now we have a sand floor. Which is the biggest threat. Okay, that's that. Risky. Should be a difficult boss. Keep my wits about me. Turn that back on. That was stupid. The thing I'm really aiming for is to try and let him attack as little as possible. If you can get him just before he attacks, you can actually interrupt the attack. Really don't want to have to use the strength elixir. Hey! Spin that sword. Defeated the Shrine Protector. Yeah! This is where I need to get a webcam. You can't see me holding my hand up in the air. Alright, let's put this away. Get out of here. Oh, it's still going? I can still die. I'll drop some health. Health. I've been considering setting up a bot for a bunch of things, but I do really like the victory theme that plays in this game. Oh, we're not doing this again. I don't have the health for this, and the fact they won't give me the health that drops. And the worms respawn, because of course they did. Who knows, maybe after this, after we've finished Alundra, I'll isolate the victory music and have that set to a button. Yeah, this is the second time we've had a puzzle like this, Professor Snape. And as far as I can tell, the pattern is basically wherever I'm not stood. But if you've actually got a thought, I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure you only get so many tries before it just stops dropping barrels. Damn it, I actually had that one. That's it. Okay, that should be all of them. Alright. Okay, so put this one here. It's just not going to help, is it? Oh, wait. I keep calling this place like the Desert Palace, but it's actually called the Ancient Shrine. It tells you the name when you come in. Where I face when hitting the switch. Okay, bottom right. Top left. Bottom right. Alright. Nope. God damn it. Oh, the fact that this is happening between a boss and a save point is not fun. I just can't find any consistency in it does that. I'm actually looking at a strategy right now, and the advice is given is wonderful. Alundra must get 2 barrels in 6 tries, only 1 barrel falls per go. Due to the randomness of this, only the same advice can be offered as before. Abuse save states and bring herbs to deal with the damage taken. Alright, let me see if I can find another strategy. Oh, and apparently the mummy wasn't actually the true boss. Figure that out. Alright, here we go. Game facts. Yeah, as far as I can tell, random. Alright, so we're going to start this again. What kind of advice is abuse save states? Oh, I'm having you now. See, there's part of the problem as well. Getting skittish. I've only got so much health to waste. There's a bit more health. Okay, bottom right. Nope. I don't like that health breaks out of the barrels almost every time and you can't get it. So, with 1 barrel I can cover another area. Two barrels, alright. Go. Can't believe this dungeon has had a boss fight and we're still going. Okay, that was there's another switch here. And clearly this is going to be a timing thing as well. I need to get in there fast enough. It would have been just my luck if I avoided all the big holes and then fell down that one. Yeah, we're at max health. Although it would be worth seeing if a chest drops for killing everything in here. It doesn't look like it. Because I could have done with another herb. Alright, let's do this again. Back to the start. Hop, hop. 2 hops this time. One hop this time. Bam. 1 hop this time. Bam. I don't know if that would have hurt me, but that's something I'd like to test. Alright, this is the end. It's a difficult question to answer, honestly, Bane. I think one of the biggest failings of Alundra is its platforming. It's serviceable, but not great, but it's thrown on you quite a lot. Meanwhile, A Link to the Past is fantastic. It's a classic, it really is. I think this undoubtedly has a better story. It's also considerably longer, so there's more meat on its bones. Whether it's better than A Link to the Past is a question. The puzzles... like, for the most part, what were the puzzles in A Link to the Past, really? Kill enemies to open doors. Drop keys. There is a few puzzles here and there, but not really major puzzles. So I think this game does more to tax your brain, so I'd say this game has the better puzzles. The movement's good, the jumping. So the platform is its biggest problem. I'd consider them equal in different ways. Alright, this is actually the ending of the dungeon then. You have proven your courage in coming here, Releaser. Not your skill, though. However, courage alone shall not end in salvation. You must also be a strong warrior, because killing everything to get here hasn't proven that. You shall face a test of strength, Releaser. I pray that you are truly strong enough to succeed. I killed a mummy. Oh, this is giving me Woodfall Temple flashbacks. Okay, you're putting 8 of these against me, but I've killed more than 8 of these already. And in particular, since they're not all coming after me, this isn't really a difficult thought. There you go. Like, the mummy was a better test of strength than this. Yeah, I don't think Zelda really got overly focused on puzzles until Ocarina of Time. And even then, I don't think Zelda ever really made the same impression as Alundra did, puzzle-wise. Well, a lot of the time, Zelda's puzzles are very similar to Resident Evil's puzzles, in the sense of find a key. There you go. I proved my strength by using bombs. I passed the test of strength with bombs. I proved my worth because I brought bombs. He was never truly here to begin with. You are truly worthy of the power you possess. Your courage shall not go unrewarded. So that's probably the most Zelda-y bit of this whole thing. Oh, the sword. Yes! But yeah, that's probably the most Zelda-y part of this. The whole courage. Use your courage. The long boots, so now sand isn't going to be a problem. I don't think we really deal with sand ever again. And the life vessel. All in all, an actually decent haul for this. Alundra also doesn't get bogged down with the same problems Zelda had for a long time of using the item you get in a dungeon to solve that dungeon. That's pretty much one of the biggest things with Zelda, and was from like A Link to the Past onwards. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah, like A Link to the Past onwards was you'd get an item in a dungeon, and then that was the entire dungeon after that, focusing on that one item. Alundra never does that. It's locked. So yeah, A Link to the Past is a classic, and it's a classic for a reason, and it is still a great game. Alundra does a lot differently, and I think it's worth bearing in mind. That's the point. If you're after the puzzles from this kind of game, Alundra is more for you than A Link to the Past. problem becomes, like, I've known these games for so long. I've known both games for so long. Played through them since my childhood. And they're both very important to me as a gamer. That it is really hard to decide. I think it does come down to what you're actually after. I have Oceanhorn, I've not gotten around to it, I have it on Vita. There we go. One of the best features of the sword. On top of its general increased damage. I've heard it's pretty good. It was recommended to me at one point. I've just not gotten around to it. I did pick it up for Vita, but like at this point, my backlog is just that big. And here I am playing games I've already played before. Yeah. There's something down here I actually wanted. Chest. Get off the chest. Of all the things to be in the chest, the one health item that I didn't use. Alright, I'm going back to it, Noah. In fact, actually, we're almost at 400. If I get 400, I can get another life vessel from the guy on the cliff. But yeah, I think it really depends what you're after. If you're after puzzles, Alundra beats Zelda out. I think A Link to the Past probably just plays a little smoother. And that'd be it. Really? That'd be kind of it. Two different flavours, both fantastic. Give me money. Considering the time this came out, though, this was 97. Ocarina of Time didn't come out until 98. So this, if you had both a PlayStation and a Nintendo 64, this would have been a solid holdover until Ocarina. You know, and then, of course, the best game ever did come out. Okay, 7 more. The longest just let me walk in sand, or is it in water as well? Just sand, alright. The water boots will be later. I do want to go back and finish Undertale, actually. I did have quite a lot of fun with it. I'm just disappointed that I'm not going to be getting the true pacifist run. Because after that stream, I looked it up and Toriel, who I was very unhappy to have killed, can actually be spared if you spare her 14 times. Or 13 times or something, it was like that. But I wanted to live with the mistake that I'd made. I feel like that's an important thing. We're in an age where save scumming is too common as an idea to get out of any mistakes you make in games. Why'd you walk all the way up there, Alundra? much are the herbs, I wonder? There's like 10 gilder. I'll see about grinding for some. Oh, it's 4. Hell yeah. How much is the tonic? $12 gilder. Alright, so... yeah. I'm gonna grind for a bit of cash then, with how cheap these are. That just fell down the well, didn't it? Yeah, I do want to go back and finish Undertale. It was a pleasant surprise. Varied gameplay, solid music. It is one of those things, I think, particularly on a first playthrough, I think you have to be willing to make mistakes. Rather than just save scum to avoid anything like that. On repeat playthroughs where I'm expecting more from myself, sure. But not on the first playthrough. It's a thought I've come away from Vampire with, which was a fairly recent game, came out in 2017 I think. It autosaves regularly and tells you that before you start the game, and lists its reason as basically just it's to make you live with the consequences of your choices. And I was like, you know, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. And particularly in games where choices actually matter. It's something I'm pretty interested in. Good thing there's so much grass here. It's replaced with a revival. I wonder how much that is. $200, so I'm probably gonna give that a miss. I'll grab this. Grab some more of these. Vampire might be a game I'll replay for the stream one day. I did quite enjoy it, in spite of its it had issues, but I came away from it having enjoyed it more than I hated it. Although I did learn partway through my first playthrough that I was making it harder for myself by refusing to actually eat people. That game gets way easier if you're actually going to drink blood. And it's not a case of not drinking blood from enemies, it's drinking blood from characters. Because drinking blood from characters essentially gives you experience, and the more you know about the character, the more experience you get. But you can essentially drain the character and the character dies, and then that's it. The character's dead. I didn't really want to do that. And so at no point did I ever drink blood from a character. And that meant I had less experience wasn't as strong as I was generally expected to be at any point, which meant I had to make up for that slack with better equipment. I had to really focus on the crafting in that game. And it really brought to light just how the combat is really not great. This is probably enough, actually. I really cannot turn down the herbs for 4 Gilda. Let's make one more pass and we'll call it and head back to Anoa. Yeah, that's it. Grab some more herbs and then we're going home. Hopefully nobody died while I was gone. I don't like that I walk to the counter every time I go in. So 3 more, that will run me 12 Gilda. Awesome. Hopefully I'll have a better time in the next dungeon. I feel like the next dungeon is actually going to be a nightmare. I hope it's not the ice nightmare. That would fulfill one of Sybil's prophecies. So it might be that bad. That might actually be what we're coming up to. That ancient shrine took way too long. We can go this way now. Up here. It's an interesting thing how overworld exploration is less of a thing in Alundra than it is in the standard Zelda games. There's just less. There's less of it. There's less reward for it. There's stuff there, but for the most part, you're just going from point A to point B, the village to where you need, wherever your next destination is, to the village to where your next destination is. Can't complain at that. It's a decent reward. There's Tarn Manor again. Sanctuary's still open. Oh god, what do you want, Giles? Yeah, this game does it does well with the CD quality audio the PlayStation could have. Go away, Giles. I don't like you. You smell. Alright, what's going on? It's the water dungeon next. Oh man, Giles is spreading rumours. Yeah, you know, as the mayor's wife, you could probably do something about that. There. That's an evil-looking bird on Wendell's house. You doing anything, Septimus, or you just been stood here since I left? Okay, thank you. I guess. Really? Because it seems to me like Giles has been kind of a douche since I arrived. Trying to push his religion on me, and I don't appreciate that. Yeah, I've got to go into the sea cave. What do you think, Wendell? What up, Keisha? Ooh, fanaticism. That's an interesting word you don't often see in video games. What up, Jess? Suggestion you might know something there, Jess. Oh, that's nice, Naomi. Now, how much are herbs here? Just so I can compare. Oh, it's only 1 guilder extra, that's fair. So everything's cheaper by the cliffs, but the cliffs are a big distance. Well, that's a line in a fantasy game. Sybil, what do you got to tell me? Grotesque is a big word for a kid like you. Okay, thanks for that, Sierra. Okay. Well, that's probably even more worrying than people calling me a devil. She's insane, and yet she's still coherent enough to believe rumors. Wonderful. What do you think? Nah, I'm good. I know where I have to go next. I'm just calling her a devil, and she has a pentacle on her floor. Yeah, Giles won't realise Zero unless I kill somebody close to him. It's probably worrying there, Fame. You can't stay awake forever. Nadia tried it and it just went worse. You know, whenever a village has a locked door in it, that locked door's gotta have goodies. Most heinous demon. Oh, look, Phineas is actually out of bed. I've got Nadia's house and Klein's house, and then I think that's everybody, and we can go down to the beach. You still hate me? Yep. Yeah, I think she does still hate me. You just can't please everybody. What do you want, Giles? Any thoughts, Klein? So that's a fascinating thing. Somebody as devout as Giles saying he received a message from the gods, and then you have to question, is he lying about the message? Does he just despise me, or did he really receive a message from God saying that I'm a devil? Surf's up, Big Kahuna. Isn't the bar around here somewhere? Beach and Nava's cabin. Cross this bridge. Oh, is this it? The medallion, rare articles and fanciful curiosities for the discerning. Hey, Merrick. What's this? Olga's ring. Okay. But as you can very clearly see, we can only carry 4 digits. Yeah, there's no possible way we could have 10,000 Gilda. I'm guessing everything here is 10,000. And what's this? Not that. What's this? Silver armlet. 10,000 Gilda. How many customers do you expect to get when you're charging that much for everything? Yeah, well. To the beach. Is Nava actually in his cabin at this point? If he is, I don't think he's going to say anything yet. There he is. Yeah, he's not going to say anything to us yet. That'll be for later. Alright, let's go. At least with the long boots we can move across the beach pretty well. Alright, I got one of those. There's a cave, and that's it. Alright. Coastal cave. I wonder. Good to see the bomb trick still works. Well, thanks for moving closer to that, it saves me the trouble. I need to carry a block up there. Okay, so that'll break regardless. But yeah, like I said last stream, in general, the boss of this dungeon, the water boss, is the first boss I tend to have trouble with in the game. Oh, I should have jumped. Oh no. So if we manage to get to that boss in this stream, that should be interesting. Oh, come on. I always do love a twofer. I love this charge attack. It's so good. There's also the case of the long boots. We were told help us in sand, but I'm definitely feeling like they're helping us in water as well, which is really nice. Oh, let's try this again. Yeah, like we can actually move properly and jump properly in water now, which is really nice. Bam. They're gonna collapse. I'm gonna mess up the platforming again. Same place. Exactly the same place. Alright. And get out of here. Okay. And a ladder. Charge attack could get that. Yes. If it works, it ain't stupid. Okay, then let's use that herb and grab the fresh one. Chances are we will not be coming back here. Right. I think I've got an idea. Of course I'd land on one of them. Three. That's all good. So that switches down, that's all good. Wow, that goes down a lot deeper than you'd think. The turning on the jumps isn't great. You don't really get enough height for it. So you're pretty much consigned to a single direction with minimal adjustment. There we go, that worked. Oh, I remember this. Key. So I can't walk over the deep water, which immediately creates a problem. I can't proceed past there. Or can I? Is this the dungeon I get the water cloak in? You know, I'm just not allowed up there. Yet. Oh, there is a door where I need a key. I'm there thinking, like, was there a locked door? I don't remember one. It's like, no, yeah, there is. Wee. So yeah, with any luck, we'll be getting the water cloak in this dungeon, and or the ability to swim. I forget when exactly you get the ability to swim. Huh. That makes sense. Anyway. Almost over here. Thank you. Let me just swap these herbs out for a bomb. Oh. 3 doors. Left to right is a good way to keep it in the head. Those 2. Oh, I can't get that now. Okay, so that is a yellow and red. There's a green as well. And then this opens. There we go. We're making progress. It's slow, but it's progress. Money. Got money. The one. What a shame that couldn't have gotten all 3. That should be close enough. Yes, it is. That's the green. Should be everything. Let's get out of here. 2. Bam, 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 bam. I wonder where these stairs lead. It's like in Code Veronica where, like, even at the end of the game, they're throwing zombies at you as if they're a threat. Like, those things aren't a threat now. These things aren't a threat because we have the sword. Yeah, very exciting now. There's a mirror switch. These things are less of a threat than the water spewing guys. Although they can block. Oh, do I have to start this again? Is that the real trick of this room? My overconfidence, my hubris. Plotted against me once more. Switch. Thank you. Alright, so full health again. One more switch, which gives us less dangerous, actually. That drops the chest. The chest gives us merman boots. We can swim. Which is interesting because we've had the long boots for like half an hour. Merman boots do allows one to swim in deep water. Progression. That's what I like to see on these streams. Progression. Yeah, my face. Whee! Our first catch of the day. I started reading the Thrawn trilogy again. I'm trying to get back into actual reading. So I busted my Kindle out. Because I actually have a load of books on my Kindle. So many books. And of those books I decided to reread the Throne trilogy. Which I've been meaning to do for a while, but I couldn't find a decent audiobook version. Like, every audiobook version I could find of like the Throne trilogy and the New Jedi Order stuff was all abridged. This way, I believe. No, no, it was my mistake. I'll go and apologise to Lord Vader personally. Apology accepted, Captain Alundra. So yeah, trying to get back into actual reading. Well, to be fair, at this point, so much isn't canon. Now, all of it's a shame. And yet, so much of the sequel stuff, so much of the stuff set after. It's not even just stuff set after Return of the Jedi. So much of the old stuff is better than the new stuff. And if there's one thing that was good about the old EU, it was never afraid to make stuff that it never intended to be canon. Like the Infinities books. Never intended to be canon, they were a lot of fun. Well, that was really one of the main points I brought up back when Disney announced they were doing a sequel trilogy after they declared all of the old expanded universe non-canon. They had to at least do as well. They had to make stories at least as entertaining. Not even entertaining, they had to make stories at least as good as the old EU. And the sequel trilogy has not been as good as the Thrawn trilogy or the New Jedi Order. There's been various issues with the whole thing, and honestly, it's something I've wanted to do for a while, just go back to some of the old EU stuff, starting with the Thrawn trilogy, maybe reread Darth Plagueis, actually. I'm still not entirely sure about the canonicity of Darth Plagueis. It could be canon. Who knows? Darth Bane trilogy is still fantastic. And there is actually an audiobook version of the Bane trilogy, which is nice. Like, you can't get an unabridged version of anything from the Thrawn trilogy, or the New Jedi Order, or the Legacy of the Force, or Fate of the Jedi. Like, it's all abridged. You can find audiobooks for them, but they're all abridged. I was like, I don't want that. But yeah, I'm just trying to get back into actual reading. Now I'll try that again. I can make that. And I think going with stuff that just isn't available as audiobooks is a good idea. I mean, I'm not going to stop listening to audiobooks. I'm listening to an audiobook at the minute that I'm quite enjoying called Scythe. I always forget whether it's Legacy of the Force or Fate of the Jedi, which has Darth Cadence. Damn it. I'm pretty sure it's Legacy of the Force. Problematic, but, I mean, let's be fair, so was the New Jedi Order. It's the problem when you have 21 books comprising one storyline by God knows how many different writers. Meanwhile, the shorter storylines comprise to a trilogy of books like the Thrawn trilogy, the Bane trilogy, stuff like that. It's one cohesive vision by a single writer. It really helps. There we go. 30 Gilder. Alright. Now we've got a key, and I'm not sure where that key's gonna go. Okay, that shouldn't have hit me. Okay, I want some health. Come on. That's some health, I guess. I want to get this dungeon done before we call it to the stream. When you say Lars Fredriksson, do you mean Lance Henriksen? Yeah, the guy who played Bishop and Yutani. No, he played Wayland. He played Charles Wayland Jr. So this is a time thing. Alright. Damn it. Oh, that's not fair. Right, where's this getting me? Well, I could do with some health here. I'd rather not use another herb. That's not bad. Something's moving. Okay, barrels. We got time. Okay. That's the one I'm after. Hopefully this barrel will do. No, that's not good. I do need this in the right position. guy's health. That's better. Audible's been putting out a bunch of alien-related stuff in the past couple of years. It's kind of weird. Really? But yeah, they've had a bunch of alien stuff, like original alien stuff. It's been really weird. That should be good. Did you ever see the assembly cut for Alien 3? It was kind of interesting. I feel like I remember this. Gonna drop more health, guys. I've told this story before as well. I got Colonial Marines a few years ago now. I got it for £1. It was just being sold for £1. Nobody wants this game. I decided to sit down and try it out because I avoided that game originally. There was a door on the left. I avoided that game originally. I was really interested in it. The gameplay trail looked really good, and it was a complete lie. But I avoided that game originally. I picked it up for £1. I was like, yeah, sure, £1. Even if it's complete garbage, it's £1. I've paid more for bad food. So paying £1 for a bad game, not really a problem. I should use the magic restoration. So I turn the game on, I start it up, and it's like, We get to the first alien. The first alien is a scripted sequence where it appears, it runs away, and it gets interesting. You chase after it. It's a scripted sequence where the alien pushes you, it jumps on you, knocks you to the floor, and you have to shoot it before it kills you while you're on the ground. And what happens is, as I play it, what happens is it jumps on me, knocks me to the floor, my head clips inside the wall. I can't see the alien. I die. And that is my first experience with aliens and Colonial Marines. And I think it's really just like the best way to describe anything there. Well, Alien 3 had a lot of problems with production. And I don't think anybody was happy with it. It's David Fincher who did Alien 3, wasn't it? Who ended up being the director on it, and Fox had like a tight grip on the whole thing, and was like, no, it has to be done the way we say it. It has to be in a way we're happy with it. and the whole thing was a mess. It's like you can get the what is it, like the 20th anniversary, 30th anniversary, 40th anniversary. You can get an anniversary collection of DVDs or Blu-rays at this point, I don't know. Oh no, I want that one at the top. And I want that one there. And like all the directors, Ridley Scott returned to add some commentary. James Cameron came back to add some commentary. The guy who directed Resurrection came back to add some commentary. David Fincher is the only one who refused to come back and do anything with it because he hates the entire experience he had with that thing. Yeah, I remember this. I hate this because of how finicky it is. Before I move that one, let me see if this is in a good enough position. Get rid of this again. Alright, so that's doable. Resurrection's a bad movie, but it is fun bad. I hate this part, I really do. I remember it now and I hate it. Let me see if there was just anything further down. So like, no, this is the way to the boss. You need the key. But to be fair, Ron Perlman's great in pretty much anything he's in. I think I've seen like one movie where I was kind of like, you wasted Ron Perlman, and that was Season of the Witch. Which was also a Nick Cage movie, so you know, take what you want out of that. Can I make that? Yes, okay. Yeah, Ron Perlman is usually really good, or at least entertaining. It's always neat seeing him pop up in comic book stuff. He's probably the one actor. He's probably the one actor who's been in the most comic stuff. That's not gonna work. Like, he played Clayface in the animated series. In The Batman, he played Bane. I don't think for all of his appearances, but it was for at least one of his appearances. He played Batman in Justice League Heroes. He played Hellboy, of course. If you go through his whole filmography, he's done a lot of comic book stuff. That might work. It's been that long since I've seen Star Trek Nemesis. But then I wouldn't be surprised if Ron Perlman's also a Star Trek fan. Well, how many people signed up for the Star Trek reboot because they're Star Trek fans? You gotta be kidding me if this one isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. speaking of actors in Star Trek, Carl Urban played Bones in the reboot. He's pretty much always fantastic in whatever he is in. That's even worse. Jeez. It's like Amazon recently released their adaptation of The Boys, and if I hadn't read the comic series, I'd be really interested in checking it out just because it's got Carl Urban as Billy Butcher. That's what we're after. I'm gonna need something for this, because these jumps are too wide. It's a stump. And I suppose part of the reason I'm not interested in The Boys is because I've read it, I know exactly what it is, and I'm not overly interested in that edgy depiction of superheroes anymore. I suppose I'm just... How do I even get across here? Yeah, I jumped way too big. Yeah, I suppose I'm just tired of all these ideas that people can't just be heroes. Anybody with power has to be some kind of conceited monster. It makes me think of that one Superman story, Whatever Happened to Truth, Justice and the American Way, which was itself a response to the edgy superhero comics of the 90s, like Youngblood and The Authority and stuff like that, where the superheroes were just willing to kill and step in and overthrow governments because the governments were wrong and all that. And so there was a Superman comic, Whatever Happened to Truth, Justice and the American Way. Because the whole thought with a lot of these comics... Oh, come on, why did that break? The whole thought with a lot of these comics was Superman's... Yeah, nobody wants Superman anymore, nobody wants the big good guy. And Whatever Happened to Truth, Justice and the American Way is a fantastic comic that essentially introduces a group of characters with that kind of mindset to Superman. And it was adapted really well into the animated movie Superman vs. the Elite, which is one of the best Superman movies you'll ever see. And I like it as an idea of your superheroes don't have to be dark and brooding all the time. They don't have to be willing to kill because, oh, that's just realistic now. You know, why have a character we can look up to who can inspire us, or we can have characters who'll just murder everything? How the hell am I doing this? I don't have anything for this. And it's an idea that just... I'm not making it, I'm really not. It's an idea that just irritates me, that we can't have these hopeful characters anymore. It's one of my problems with Zack Snyder's idea of Batman in BVS. It's like, oh, it's not realistic for a character like Batman not to kill. Like, yeah, but you're making a film with a guy who dresses up as a bat and fights crime, and an alien from space who flies and is invulnerable. At what point were we asking for realism? I'm an idiot. Where am I? Am I? Am I? Yeah, probably. Yep. But yeah, in general, I like my superheroes to be superheroes. It's like the whole thing that comes up way too often, especially in comics, and I wish comics would stop going on about it. Why doesn't Batman kill the Joker? And it's the whole thing of, why should he? But I can get this, I know I can. Okay. There we go. Bam. Progress at last. Give me a key. Yeah. Alright, let's go fight the boss. You know what, I just remembered there's actually another water dungeon in this game. I think anti-heroes have their place, but I think like, anti-heroes without heroes are kind of pointless. Yeah, let's save this. We're almost coming up to time, but I want to get this dungeon done before we call it. This game really is long. I forget how much of this game there is. Like that water palace that I completely forgot about and only just remembered. Alright, let's do this. What's in here? A life vessel. Being a big Zelda fan, getting what is essentially a heart container before the boss is really disconcerting. I feel like this is a puzzle I'm gonna hate. No, I see what this is. I need to make sure I'm on top of the other boulder. I need to see into the Spider-Verse. I've not read comics properly in a long time, actually. I stopped years ago for various reasons. Every now and then I'll read an old story. A story that's concluded. I just don't want to keep up with current comics. Part of it's my attitude of, well, I think a story is at its best. Like the best stories, I think the best stories have an ending. Damn it! Spider-Gwen is a character, though, I do like the design of. Never read any of the stories involving her, but I do like her design. Spider-Man Noir, the most experience I have with him is he was a playable character in Shattered Dimensions. Okay. Really? We're gonna be here forever. We'll get to Shattered Dimensions at some point. I say I need to pick up Edge of Time as well. I never actually played that. Never actually had that. Come on. There, get out of here. If I go back... Is this puzzle going to stay solved if I go back and save it? I hope it will, because that's the boss. And like I say, this is actually a tricky boss. Did I finish my drink? Yeah. Alright, well I have to redo the puzzle. No, it's still active. Excellent. Yeah, let's do this. The boss that I've actually been really not looking forward to. Thief, infidel, you shall regret the mere thought of defiling this sacred ground. Now regret shall consume your thoughts as your soul is bled of what life remains in it. Very verbose. And at least this isn't a test. That doesn't look pleasant. How do I actually fight this thing? There it is. So here's the idea then. Witness the power of this fully opened exclamation on deaths. Okay, so that's like major damage compared to a single sword strike, so this should hopefully work. That should have hit. I'm not happy that it didn't. Trying to anticipate me. Like I said several times, this is the first boss I consider to be actually a problem. And Alundra isn't to the point, of going to the past or occur at a time where no boss is a problem. Even then, like, the reason I've replayed A Link to the Past that much is just because it's such a quick game to get through. Which is one of the reasons why I don't replay this so much. Good boss music. Come on, come on. Get out of the wall. Spin the sword. The Watcher in the water was defeated. It wasn't a giant octopus this time. I'm glad that didn't take me more than one try. Release her. Release her. Who that? Oh, it's orange Lars. You are the releaser of which Lars has spoken. I sense the power that flows within you. I am Vul, one of the 7 Guardians. I have seen your power, and sense that you may possess the strength to one day crush Melzas. However, until that time comes, you cannot take the Merg threat lightly. In their crusade to restore Melzas to this world, they have already stolen the very crest you seek. Therefore, I give you the only power left for me to impart, the power of the Water Scroll. Use it well, Releaser. You must recover the stolen crest. Neat. Travel this path to return to the world above, Releaser. Farewell, Chosen One. Work diligently to build your strength for your encounter with Melzas. Alright. Yeah. Coming off Zelda, though, like, even though we got the life vessel before the boss, it feels like really disheartening to not get a life vessel for beating the boss. Even though it makes no sense. Like, we got a life vessel before the boss, why should I be bothered that we're not getting one after? No. No, come on. heal us. Jeez. But Nava did actually mention Vul by name, which is interesting. I want to have a word with him. Also, I think now we can take this. No, this was a tonic. Oh yeah, I did use the tonic. Yeah, that's fair enough. Alright, Nava, what you got? Alright then. Imagine if Raru was like that in Ocarina of Time. Hey, what do you want? Go away. I'm busy. Gilded Falcon. That's too deep water. So what's next, actually? I completely forget. I have no idea what's next. We should head back to the village, though. Go away. We were buying some supplies again, though. Everything seems okay. What's everybody got to say? Okay, this is the point where I'd feel totally justified in punching that guy in the face. Well, yeah, no, Nardi is dead because I had to save you first, genius. Oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, this is the arrival of Maya. Swear to God, everybody who pulls that against me, I want to punch. Okay, so Yuri's house is shut. Yustol's house is shut. Okay. Oh, what you got? Interesting stuff. Okay. Huh. Well, that doesn't sound good. Because there was an evil cave there with monsters. That could have something to do with Sybil's prophecy that Klein will become a monster. Fascinating. Why? What's he doing? What if I punch Giles? Claiming to have the same powers. Interesting. I hear she's a girl. Not sure yet though. Like, seriously. Where's Beaumont? This game does one of the best jobs of making you actually interact with the villagers, because they'll all have something to say about any new developments whenever you return to the village, and it's the best way to gather information on what you want to do next. It really does help you become acquainted with everybody in the village. What, Naomi? Maybe Klein is becoming a monster. What does Sybil have to say about this? That's not worrying at all. So, 2 developments while I've been gone. Klein becoming more monstrous, and the arrival of another Dreamwalker. Klein, are you a monster yet? He seems okay. Oh, there's Beaumont. Okay. You know, I could probably just push you over though, Myra, and then that's it, you ain't getting back up. So this is Maya. Supposedly another Dreamwalker. Which in itself is an interesting development for a story like this, because more often than not, a story like this has a single hero with the power to face evil. And now we have the suggestion that there are two characters with that power. That's not something you see often. What's the power of creation? And so this is the first time this idea comes up in the actual story rather than an optional conversation. That the characters can't create anything new. Or even anything old, they can't create at all. It's an interesting argument. But life is risk. Isn't humanity already in grave danger? Maya, the Dreamwalker, therefore made quite an impression upon arriving in the village of Inoa. She and Septimus still strongly disagree on how to stop the nightmares. But she is reluctant to speak of anything else. Septimus suspects she yet harbours many secrets. Which she probably would. Klein, there's such a thing as a door. And also not shrieking like that. I mean, come on, dude. Common courtesy. Yeah, you know, I take it back. There is something wrong with Klein. Yeah, I know what you're saying. However, Klein is a problem for next time. Jeez, like over 6 hours into the game and we've got so much left. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. We got a bunch of stuff done. We got the ancient shrine. We got the coastal cave. Was it called? I don't remember. And I think that's a decent enough teaser for next time. Klein is monstrous now and can't use doors. This game does really well with sound design, actually, with that. That was a really good, horrifying sound. And the subtle difference of night outside the windows, it's just pitch black, there's no sunlight shining through, just to show that it's nighttime. It's a really good little difference that works at being disconcerting with the noise before Klein jumps into the room. It's good. I think the sound design is underappreciated here. But yeah, that, like I say, is going to do it for tonight. We will be back on Thursday, same time, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. Be continuing with Alundra, because look at this. This is good material here. I'm not going to say like, oh no, we're going to start alternating games now after that. No, we want to see what happens with this. So we'll continue next time with Alundra, Thursday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. I always appreciate the support. Thank you all for watching. Special thanks to Bane, Granny and me for the follow, and Professor Snape. Thank you to all three of you for joining the chat and keeping me company. I always appreciate that, guys. But yeah, that'll be all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care.